If you had one wish in the world, what would it be?
I wish this holiday wouldn't end.
I'm going to start with Stanley. My first question is for you. I've read that you had brought the script to Colin Firth, and I know that the two of you have been good friends for quite some time now. So my question is, what makes Colin a good partner, both on screen and off?
Well, he's a great friend for a very long time. I love him dearly, and he's one of the best actors ever. So just sort of made sense.
And Harry, for you, I mean, I guess what a gift to have these two actors in these roles that have such a shared history. How did that affect things on your end? Did that make things easier?
Yeah, I think it did make things easier. Yeah, it was an enormous privilege. It probably goes without saying, you know, Colin and Stanley are two of my favorite actors of all time. And I didn't even know they were friends when we, you know, first came into the project. So to have them play those characters and to draw on their relationship was, you know, kind of a unique, incredible experience, really.
And I've also read that there was a point in time where Stanley and Colin, the two of you, decided that you were going to swap roles. One of you was you were instead going to play Tusker instead of Colin. And one, I wonder how you broke that news to Harry, and two, Harry, how did you take it? Was there a moment of shock? Were you mortified, or was this a good decision?
Well, I felt badly for Harry that day because, you know, Colin came to me and he said, I think maybe we should switch roles. And I said, I was actually thinking the same thing. And then we told Harry, and I remember Harry's reaction, which was Harry's incredibly polite. So he just lost color in his face. and then he said, well, and we said, look, we don't know why, it just feels right. So then Harry said, well, let's read. So we read and flipped it, and it seemed to be the right thing to do.
Is that all it took for you, Harry? Just for them to read the other way around and you were on board?
Well, it was quite an amazing experience watching them read both roles, you know, and flip and reverse it. You don't sort of get that opportunity as a filmmaker very much, especially with two amazing actors like Colin and Stanley. So, yeah, I mean, after that, it became very clear that we had made the right decision. Yeah. But you've got to trust instinct a lot of the time. And, you know, acting instinct is not to be taken lightly. So, yeah, I mean, we definitely made the right decision in the end.
Now, beautiful movie for a number of reasons, not least of which that this is filmed in the Lakes District, which, I mean, maybe, I don't know, ashamed isn't the right word, but embarrassed to admit that I wasn't aware of the Lakes District until one of the most recent Taylor Swift albums. She has a couple of songs about the lakes. And so I did a little more research, and I've learned that it is apparently the most romantic place in the UK. Do we feel this way? I mean, what gives the lakes this romantic feeling?
I think if Taylor Swift says it's true, it must be true, basically. Well, yeah, I mean, as you said, like it's an incredibly awe-inspiring place. It's completely beautiful. You know, it has that ability to be like breathtakingly mountainous, and you know, it's quite intimate and also quite vast. So yeah, it's a beautiful place and a very English environment, which is, you know, which was useful for us.
And Stanley, does just being there kind of help get you in the right mindset? What sort of atmosphere?
Yeah, I mean, I had never been to the Lake District. So when Harry said we're going to shoot up in the Lake District, and everyone had always said it was so beautiful. And I was like, oh, Harry, come on, it doesn't matter where we shoot. It's about, you know, the relationships. He goes, no, I think the juxtaposition of the intimacy and the beautiful broad landscape will bring a lot. And of course, he was absolutely right. And it's gorgeous. And I think it just enhances the film. It gives the film even more depth.
We will not starve for lack of wonders, but from lack of wonder.